There are a few things about growing chili plants that I really didn't expect. Good afternoon, good evening, good night everybody. Hope you're doing fantastic. A happy Wednesday to you all. It is Wednesday 22nd of April 2026 and it is day 66 of the chili grow up. And today I'm going to be talking about the surprises we've faced whilst growing these plants. You know, I've been growing these now for over 2 months, and a few things definitely didn't go the way I expected. Some things were easier, and some things were harder. You know, some were just completely unexpected. So we're going to have a little look at what's grown faster or slower. Excuse me. What's grown faster or slower. We'll have a look at some, I suppose the biggest differences, the big surprises of how different the plant's grown. You know, some have taken off so quickly, like the striped peppers, and some nowhere near as much, like the habaneros. There he is down there, hiding in the forest. You know, of the same setup, same care, they just move slower. I expected them to be more consistent, I suppose, but it really hasn't been the case. Let's get into this. I hope you guys are doing awesome and having a great day. Let's get into this. Let's start day 66. Challenges I didn't see coming. The biggest challenge, absolutely, were the lights. Not educating myself enough, having them either too high, too low, causing all these height differences. Definitely my own doing that could have been done better. Especially early on, just keeping it consistent would make such a better difference. And now I've adjusted them, got them properly on. It's made a bigger difference than I thought. And, you know, also just how easy it is to overthink everything, just to take it easy, make sure it's set correctly, and the plants will do their thing. I would also go with overwatering and overfeeding. I've been so worried about that, but I think I've been okay. I think everything's been pretty consistent, and as you can see, some we've said are growing a little bit slower than others. I think everything's on the right track, as I always say. Not too much, certainly not too little. I suppose that's what it's all about, keeping it in a constant balance. But that was the first big surprise for sure. Surprise I found, without sounding too, I suppose, cocky and confident, is it's been easier than expected for a few things. Not everything's been difficult. I think the thing I found a big surprise is sticking to that routine, keeping this routine going. Keeping this consistent, daily videos, daily checkups, watering and feeding on Saturdays. That may change, that may increase. But as you can see so far, consistency, keeping this regular checkups and daily checkups, daily videos, for me, I think has made things a lot easier. It's helped any difficulties, been able to spot the plants that are obviously struggling, in trouble, or finished. You know, I suppose once you get into this routine, checking, watering, feeding, it really becomes, at the moment, relatively straightforward. The other thing I've found is chili plants are resilient. They are tough little cookies. They really are. They've been bashed with the wind. They've been knocked over. Too much sun, too much light, not enough light. And look at them. They really are strong plants. And I think for an amateur beginner gardener, a rookie grower, I think chilies are a good thing to start with. Because if you can do these, you should be fine moving on to more advanced vegetables or something that requires even more attention. than these chili peppers themselves. There we go, the blue lights are back on. So, as we've seen in the other videos, if I started again, of course, the main thing would have been the lights. I'd have focused more on the lights from the very beginning. I would have made sure 2 to 4 inches, not too high, that they get leggy, and not too low, that they burn. Keep them just the right amount, and you should be absolutely fine with consistent, even growth. Another thing I would have checked right away is the fact that as these plants grow, they're gonna need support, and I should have put support canes in a lot sooner for some of them. We may have been able to have saved and salvaged some of them, and we shall still see with some of these whether they are going to make it or not. But I think an example here and the example here, it was just not supported enough, and yeah, they just didn't like it and couldn't take it, and you know, it happens. On the plus side, we've got always 2 or 3 plus backup. Apart from the Zimbabwe Black and the Sweet Banana, if they go, they're done for. But yes, the support canes as soon as they need them, not to see how they go. Just put them in there and at least prop them up, and use a twist tie if needed, because I think we could have saved a few more plants, or had these plants a lot more stronger stemmed. But yeah, another thing we would do differently, of course, we'd have to include the oscillating fan. We need to have that constant breeze back and forward to strengthen these stems up, and we wouldn't end up with such skinny, leggy stems, especially if they were growing too tall because the lights weren't at the appropriate height. So I suppose a big take from this would be basically being more proactive. Be more proactive instead of reactive. It's quite a good one, isn't it? So all in all, the biggest takeaway for me is you learn by actually doing. You know, I wouldn't have known any of this without the actual hands-on experience, learning myself, learning from the mistakes along the way. And honestly, I think I'm doing all right. I think so far, relatively so good. We shall see. You learn how these plants are doing. You know, you can read everything. They give you all the signs needed. The actual growing the plants, you know, it teaches you the way it should be done. Every day you get better. I feel like I'm getting better. Of, you know, how to read them, what they need and what they're requesting to grow to their full potential. So in summary, for day 66, I have had some surprises along the way, but that's all part of it. That's all part of the learning curve. Nothing too drastic or crazy, but I suppose that's all part of this chili plant growing journey. And you were with me every step of the way. And again, I thank you for it. That wraps up day 66. Nice quick one, nice quick check through. A little bit of a ramble from me. Well, tomorrow is supposed to be 17 degrees. I really hope it is. Full sun, 17 degrees for at least a few hours. And if it is, guess what? You know, absolutely, they'll be going outside and beginning the hardening off process again. I really hope this can happen. They really need to go outside, and I really need to document it for you all. So fingers crossed, the weather's starting to make a good change. It will be crazy windy, so they'll be completely sheltered, because we're not going to go through what we did last time, where we nearly lost all of them because the wind was so strong. Thank you all so much for joining us today. I really hope you're having a great day and a great week so far. Me and Miss Lucy Lou. Oh, where you going, kiddo? Sort your ear out. There we go. You're alright, Bubba. Yeah? You're looking at me like, what you doing? Yes. Right. Thank you all so much. I cannot thank you enough. I hope you're having a wonderful week and you're doing everything you love and that you're passionate about. You take care of yourselves. Make sure you look after me, myself and I. Because no one's going to throw you a lifeline if you're drowning. Take care, have a wonderful Wednesday, and we'll see you Thursday for day 67. Take care, thank you, bye bye.